Hey, welcome to Three Geeks Presents Geek News Live, episode 30. It has been
Yes,
like eight
we
months
made
that
it.
we've been doing this, and now we're at episode 30. It's pretty exciting. We have a special guest, Tam, a buddy of Max and I since fifth
Hello,
grade.
Victory.
It's been some time. He used to have GI Joes, so we became quick friends. And then joined as always by Max, Dan, and Mike. You can check out Mike on McGTV. There's some pretty awesome stuff with featuring Max and I on his channel too from previous week. So yeah, definitely check
It
that
is
out.
pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Check out McChats about Young Justice.
Yeah, and let me get this straight with me as Leonardo. Fantastic. Anyway, big news. Let's start talking. X-Files is coming back to television with a 6-episode season 10. It looks like Fox is going to give fans what they've always wanted out of a movie or out of a revisited television series and tie up some loose ends. The X-Files has always been something I can enjoy, but I was never a super hardcore fan. But I'm pretty excited. I like David Duchovny. I like Gillian Anderson. I like a lot of the work she's been doing lately on Hannibal, and then her show on Netflix, The Fall. So Dan, you're a big X-Files guy. Are you super excited?
I shouldn't be as happy about this as I am, given the last movie. Yet, I've been reading season 10 of the comic book, so if it's anything like that, I will be happy to watch it, even though it's, only going to be 6 episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome if they don't screw it up like the last movie. First movie was good. Second movie was bad.
Mike, are you an X-Files guy?
Yeah, I enjoyed the X-Files quite a bit and so forth. I agree with Dan. Yeah, we need kind of a redemption after I Want to Believe, which I was really hoping when I first heard about that one, I was really hoping that it would kind of put things to a close or give us some finality. But no, if anything, it left a lot more questions wide open with regards to what the hell happened in between now and then. So yeah, if they do it was like 6 episodes to kind of wrap things up, or at least propel it forward in a more intriguing way, then cool. I'm all for that.
Max, you're an X-Files guy?
No, sir, I am not an X-Files guy, but I am a fan of this little 6-episode kind of dealy. What was Agent Carter? 8 episodes?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's cool. I like it. I'm liking what they're doing. I'm really excited to. I'm hoping that I can just come into it blind, because the only episode of the X-Files I've ever watched is the Face on the Moon episode, and it was pretty terrible. And I never watched X-Files again after that. So yeah, so I'm not the biggest X-Files fan, but I'm kind of interested in this. I have seen. I mean, I love David Duchovny in Californication. I like Gillian Anderson, like you said, in Hannibal. So it'll be good, hopefully. So yeah, I'll give it a watch, and hopefully I'm not too in the dark.
Tam, are you X-Files guy?
Yeah, well, I mean, not so much when we were little. What was it when middle school when this was going on?
Middle school, I think.
Yeah.
It went on through high school. I mean, it ended, I think, in 2001.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really watch it then, but later on I did, and it was actually pretty cool. But it seems like a bunch of conspiracy theories and kind of like that stuff, but I don't know, man. It just keep on going in circles and got really confused. What I'm
Now-
really curious about is like how they look now. It's been what 20-some years now.
They look the same.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson looks great all the time, but
Oh man, she is smoking hot now. I think she's hotter now than she was then.
Mom, I'm only curious is like how are they going to explain the fact that like the world should have ended how many years ago, technically, according to the show?
Well, they got it wrong, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
Hey man, Mayan calendar was wrong. They can be wrong.
That's right.
Okay.
But yeah, like Max said, the shorter seasons has been working really well for television, and with the kind of budgets they can get for this, I'm super excited. And I was reading about this online, and it looks like one of the reasons it's coming back is to get a better endorsement deal with Netflix or any kind of streaming service, because they give more money if the show is wrapped up properly, and a lot of fans will complain that the X-Files was not wrapped up the way it should have been. They had a whole season without Mulder hardly in it, so Yeah, I mean it's good news for everybody. I mean, we live in the age of the nerd. Twin Peaks is coming back. X-Files is coming back. I mean, it can only go up, right, Dan?
We'll see about Twin Peaks.
Star
But
Wars is coming back.
it is coming back, and let's discuss. Let's just go right into it. So apparently, Disney is waiting until they've completely structured their Star Wars cinematic universe, but they are actively planning on doing a Star Wars television show. Kind of the way Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is. And, yeah, Max, Star Wars television show in the way of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What do you think?
Sure, why not? It's got to be better than that Clone Wars show, right? I mean, or even the Star Wars Rebels show that's on right now. I mean, was it going to be live action? So, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm interested if they're doing anything kind of in the current universe. If they're bringing stuff forward, I'm definitely interested. If we're going to see more backstory crap, then I'm a little less interested. But as always, they have my money. So like they have my attention, they have my money. Like that's like there's nothing I can really do about it. So I'm just hoping that it's more in the future, a little more stuff that I'm interested in. Filling in the universe rather than kind of explaining what happened.
I got an idea. See if you think, because you said you wanted to see it go future, but what if they went back 500 years and did an Old Republic show?
No. I want to see new stuff.
See, I'd be down with that, kind of like a Agent Carter type deal.
But Old Republic is kind of it's been done, and like we had the games and we had all this stuff, and I'm just like I don't care that the time is done. Like let it be over. Let's throw it 7,000 years in the future. Like give me something.
Tam, you're a Star Wars guy. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I don't know if you guys read the Star Wars comic books that's launched by Marvel recently. I think they're about 3 months in now. It's like the best-selling Marvel comic books.
The Darth Vader ones are really good.
Yeah, and I read some of them, and oh my gosh, the stories are there. It's like legitimate. It's like in between the Star Wars movies, but it's like compelling. The story is really well just done, and I feel like the TV show, it's got a lot of room to grow. It's there for the taking. And what I would really like to see is just the point of view of the bad guys, because we've seen like a lot of TV shows where it's the good guy. We kind of want to hear like a Dexter-esque kind of Star Wars maybe. Maybe that's a little bit too well.
That's one of the reasons I really like that Darth Vader comic book, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, Tam. Like, that's why also the comic books being kind of set back in the in between the movies times is the other reason why I'm kind of past it. Like, we're already getting that stuff, so we don't need a TV show on top of everything.
Dan?
Yes, the Darth Vader comic book is awesome. As far as the TV show goes, as long as you give me action, like, it doesn't have to be like high budget, but at least have, some lightsaber fights, some ships blowing up, I'll be happy. Just don't make it like behind the scenes, like, oh yeah, we got here after the battle happened, and now we're gonna have a dramatic love story, because I don't want that shit.
Mike?
Two Ewoks find true love after the Battle of Endor. That'd be a great pilot. Yeah, I'm cool with if they come around to this. They've been having this idea since Max is dying over there. They've been having this idea since even before the Disney acquisition, in a way. Like, I think someone at Lucasfilm was saying, like, oh yeah, we've got at least like 100 scripts prepared for like a continuing series that would bridge the gap between either 3 and 4 or whatever. I mean, obviously they'll probably change it up to accommodate for the new trilogy, but if they still want to pursue that idea of just telling smaller stories, not necessarily having to deal with the larger stories, like, yeah, that's kind of dumb, being like, here's what's going on behind the scenes while all this awesome stuff is happening during episode 7. Like, not really interested in that. Just put us into the world. Like, let's follow smugglers. Let's follow bounty hunters or whoever. I could dig that.
Yeah, I mean, learn from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Don't spin your tires, have the show developed, and let's get going. Hit the ground running. Just, as long as they're not pigeonholed into the movies, it could be fun.
a bounty hunter show would be, I think, spot on.
Dude, I think we'll have to something.
But have you guys watched any of those like fan-made YouTube lightsaber battles?
No. Well, yeah, I've seen one or two of them.
I think I've made
like
one.
I'm just saying, that's just a bunch of dudes. It's just a bunch of dudes playing around, and half of that stuff looks really cool. So if you know, Joe Schmo in his garage can make a really cool lightsaber battle, then I know you guys with your money can do something. So I mean,
A whole
don't let me
series,
down, Star Wars.
a whole series based around the Star Wars kid. That'd be insane.
Just don't cast Jake Lloyd. Yeah, if you're listening to us, you can send us any comments, questions, whatever. We'll read them and answer them. Moving on, Kevin Smith is actively casting Mallrats II. He has dropped 6 of the cast members via Twitter, and we have Jason Mewes, Michael Rooker, Stan Lee, Shannon Doherty, and then Jason Lee, who had a picture of him holding a chocolate-covered pretzel. Mallrats, I know you guys covered this in the 2 weeks I was gone, but I just want to give my feelings on the sequel. Mallrats is my favorite Kevin Smith movie. It's one of my top 10 favorite comedies. The end of that movie, the whole game show sequence, is one of my favorite sequences in a comedy movie. Freaking Jason Lee is comedic gold in those moments, and it's fantastic. So the fact that they're making a sequel, and they're doing it because they lost one of the producers, and it was always one of his dreams was to do a sequel to Mallrats. So, they're doing it for the right reasons. So I'm super excited, and this cast is exciting, and 6 down, he said 6 more to go, so I'm hoping to see Ethan Suplee return, and, it's going to be awesome. Mike?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying. I'm a big Kevin Smith fan too, but I love the way he's kind of going about announcing it as well. Like, yeah, just the picture with Stan Lee and Michael Rooker and Jason Mewes and him, that was pretty cool. The fact that he announced Shannon Doherty's casting, essentially, she showed up to Hollywood Babylon's Toronto show in the audience, and basically was just like, who the fuck did that? Was that your fucking idea to put that tweet out about me being in Mallrats II? He's just like, are you in? And she's like, fuck yeah, I am. And that was really cool, and the crowd went wild for that. And Jason Lee, yeah, with chocolate-covered pretzel, that's classy and so forth. Try your best just to bring everyone back. Like, what's TS doing? Nothing. Gwen Turner, Alyssa, whoever she is, if she's the loose girl or if she's finger cuffs or whoever, bring her back in some capacity. Try to get Ben Affleck away for a couple of weeks to do some scenes about him being a lecherous butt man and doing things in a very uncomfortable place, like the back of a Volkswagen. So, but yeah, I'm all about revisiting this universe again. And from what I hear, it's going to be kind of a marriage of the View Askew-universe and his Smodcast cast now. Like, I want to see Ralph Garman in a Mallrats movie. Like, I love Ralph Garman. The guy's hilarious. I want to see him take on a bigger role in a Mallrats movie. That'd be fun.
Dan?
Yeah, I mean, I really want Mallrats too. I also like the way that they're building this in kind of a grassroots kind of ad campaign. There's no like teaser trailer or anything. They're just like, yeah, got these people, got some pictures on Twitter. It'll be fun. I just really want to see the movie.
Max?
Dan, I think to make a teaser trailer, they actually have to film something. So
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Announcing cast members, then it's kind of hard to make a trailer. But to respond to what you said, Jason, they could have made this movie when the dude was alive. That would have been the right thing to do.
Well, I think a lot of things happen. Like, Kevin Smith has basically cut his ties with Hollywood and so forth, and he actually he released Mallrats through, I think it was Universal that he released it through, and it didn't go over so well. I mean, it went over well with the fans, but overall it wasn't like a moneymaker or anything like that, or a critical darling.
It became a cult classic. It never really did that well in the theaters. So, like, I mean, they're not exactly wrong for writing it off. But
I mean,
yeah,
at the rate that he shoots movies nowadays, like he's gonna start shooting, I think Clerks 3 in June. I want to say, is that the timetable? He's gonna start shooting Clerks 3. So. Yeah, in Philadelphia.
I think it's May actually.
Oh, okay, he bumped it up then. Yeah, go ahead.
If you watch the movie Tusk, his daughter and that girl are in there, and they have a little cameo in that movie Tusk. Well, he made another movie with that. Yeah, Yoga Hosers. So yeah, he's just working. Kevin Smith's out there just doing work, and I love him. So yeah, he can just keep on doing it. I like Dread State. Tusk was weird, and it wasn't really my taste, but it was still funny, and it had a lot of good things in it, but it wasn't really. It's not a movie I'm going to keep, but it was definitely worth the first watch. And so I'm going to watch Yoga Hosers. I'm going to watch hopefully Clerks 3 is funny, and I really want Mallrats 2 to be funny. I mean, I'm glad, I'm happy that they're out there doing the work. I hope they get all the cast members back. I want the sailboat guy back. I want all of them. I just hope they get Affleck. I hope he's the bad guy, and I heard it was gonna be a Die Hard kind of movie, so I'm hoping he kind of takes over the mall somehow, and he gets out of jail and takes over the mall somehow. So it'll be good. And Kevin Smith's out there working hard. Yes, he's the Hans Gruber. And so it'll be good. I'm really excited. I really do hope they get everybody back. I'm glad they've got so many people back already.
Awesome. So after announcing that the Russo brothers were going to help oversee a Ghostbusters universe with Channing Tatum and sorry, Mike, I just had to work that in there. But yeah, after hearing all that news last week, it's announced today that they are actually going to be directing the Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and the Infinity War Part 2. So that's awesome. I mean, it seems to be awesome. They made a freaking great movie with Winter Soldier, and we will find out with Civil War if it was lightning in a bottle or if it was, because they're awesome. So I'm excited about it based on, just good. Tam, your thoughts on the Russos?
I got nothing. I'm not caught up to it. I'm still trying to, watch.
Have you not seen Cap 2? Jesus. Mike, your thoughts on the Russos returning for more Avengers?
Hold on. Tam, leave the room right now and go watch Captain America 2.
No, don't really leave. Mike?
Don't really leave. Here's the whole deal is that's fine and all if you want to keep the Russos on board. They cranked out a solid Cap movie with Winter Soldier. In terms of lightning in a bottle, I'm saving that even for Ultron at this point. I mean, it looks good to me. It looks really awesome. I'm just kind of thinking I don't know, a lot of stuff kind of hinges on Age of Ultron because this is the second big superhero slugfest that we've gotten, and will the audience really? I mean, it'll bring in dough, obviously, but will it go over well enough that audience won't feel superhero fatigued out? Because they're throwing a lot into Ultron coming up here. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm very kind of nervous of I wonder how long they can stick to this plan. And if they do, that's great. So then after Ultron, I'm sure the Russos will be fine with Civil War and with handling Infinity War.
Max?
Yeah, I really got to work out a better system of unmuting myself. The Russo brothers, I'm so super happy with them. Cap 2 is my favorite Marvel movie to date, so we'll see how it goes. They also did make Yumi and Dupree, so it's could go either way. But no, I'm excited. I'm glad that they have them on. We'll see how Age of Ultron goes, and then we'll just take it step by step. I really don't want to get too far ahead of myself with these comic book movies because, unfortunately, the ride's got to end at some point in time, like Mike is saying, and hopefully it's not too soon. But I really loved Winter Soldier. That is definitely my favorite movie, my favorite Marvel movie, and I've got nothing but mad respect for these guys, even despite Yumi and Dupree. So we'll see how it goes.
Dan, any thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna make Max angry again. I like Winter Soldier until the end. So we'll see. I really don't want to see them screw up. Age of Ultron, but the trailer did not make me psyched the way it did for everybody else.
But Age of Ultron's Joss Whedon.
Oh,
right?
That's right. My bad.
Yeah. Age of Ultron's Joss Whedon. Yeah, they're talking about Avengers 3 and 4 that these guys are on.
3 and 4, yeah. I don't know, man.
Is Avenger 3 gonna be Civil War?
No, Captain
No,
America
Cap
Civil
3 is
War.
going to be Civil War.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just mentioning being apprehensive about Marvel's plan in general. Like the announcement of the Russos to come on for the last Avengers movies or third and fourth Avengers movies doesn't really have me jazzed because I'm just like, we got a long ways to go before then. Like you got to weather through Ultron, Ant-Man. You got to sell Ant-Man to people. You got to sell.
I think Ant-Man. I'm gonna get fully behind Ant-Man.
I'm saying I'm excited too. I'm just thinking in terms of like, at what point does your audience get superhero fatigue? That's all.
Yeah.
I don't see the fatigue coming. I mean, we don't get comedic fatigue. We don't get action fatigue. Well, I guess we do get some action.
No, but you can't say like comedy fatigue, because comedy is going to be around no matter what people you're shoving in there. I mean, I could definitely see people getting tired of these superhero movies, but I obviously won't.
Superheroes are the new westerns for all intents and purposes. Like a bunch of people have said that, and how often do we see westerns these days?
But will superhero movies turn into like the new zombie games?
As long as
nobody cares anymore.
As long as they keep putting out a quality product, I think we'll be good for a little while. But I have a synopsis for Civil War if you guys want to hear it.
No.
Officially released from Marvel. Following the events of Age of Ultron, the collective governments of the world passed an act designed to regulate all superhuman activity. This polarizes opinion amongst the Avengers, causing two factions to side with Iron Man or Captain America, which causes an epic battle between two former allies. So instead of, an identity, it's just to regulate their activity. So that's pretty exciting. It's keeping the comic book kind of idea alive.
Jason, is Spider-Man confirmed for this?
Somebody wave at me when we're done talking about this.
So Cap dies at the end.
Shit!
But how much can you change in the earlier movies that doesn't, turn into a giant problem later?
What do you mean?
Like if you're gonna change the basis of Civil War, there goes Max again.
But it's not really changing the basis of it. It's kind of keeping the idea alive.
I don't know.
Government's still going to regulate. They want to regulate the superhero activity. I don't know why Max is keeping his ears closed. He's read the comic book. He knows the synopsis of this movie.
Like I said,
for dramatic effect.
Like I said, we got a long ways to go anyway before then.
Yeah. And also, this is a rumor. We got through all the heavy news, so this is the last thing I got. The rumor is, Mike, the rumor is that Captain Marvel has been cast, and she's been cast for quite a while, and she's actually going to be in the Avengers Age of Ultron. And if the rumor is true, I am kind of on the skepticism that Mike was saying going forward with these movies, because there's a lot of people in Avengers Age of Ultron. Like, a ton of characters. And this is just one more that might be in it. I don't know. Mike, if the rumor's true, or how do you feel about more characters?
I mean, have they even said who it is, who it's rumored to be?
No, that's supposed to be a secret.
I don't care. Like they've been saying, it's like, oh, it's gonna be Captain Marvel, or it's gonna be Spider-Man, or Black Panther's gonna show up because there's a Black Panther villain in it for a while, or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. You're sticking around till after the credits anyways, so.
That's right.
You got at least like a month and some change. You'll find out soon enough.
Max?
If they have Captain Marvel in here, it'll probably just be the Carol Danvers character, not Captain Marvel. So it's not going to be what you think, Jason. It's not going to be adding another hero into the mix and all this mess. Like, she's a person, she's in the military, yada yada. So there's plenty of ways you can shove her in there and not have it be like intrusive or just like, oh my God, how many other Marvel characters are going to put in this movie? I think they can work it in really well. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. She might be like military liaison or something like that, or just the kind of a bit part. She hasn't gotten her powers yet.
Absolutely, and I think that if this is true, that's the way they're going to go, because that's really the smart thing to do. It's what they should have done with Hank Pym in Iron Man 2, but we're not mentioning that.
Dan, anything?
Don't care.
Awesome. I think that's all.
I will say this. This is another kind of thing I'm noticing about the Marvel films in general too. Is anytime they put a name actor into one of these projects and it hasn't been clarified who they are yet, it gets really distracting for a while to be like, oh, who could they be? Or for a while like that. I just remember back in back in Iron Man 2, sorry Max, when Olivia Munn was supposed to be in it, and everyone was like, is she going to be the Wasp or something? And then it just turned out she was just a reporter. Like, I'm like, well, that was a lot of build-up for absolutely nothing. So every time they kind of mention a name actor or something like that, I was kind of like, okay, who's it going to be? Because everyone's someone in these movies.
That's right.
But they haven't mentioned any names, right? See, this is the other thing why I think it's not true, because nobody knew about it until now. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, right. If they're going to throw her in there, if they already cast Captain Marvel, I'd say, yeah, right.
Let me put it this way.
There's been casting rumors, but...
Let me put it this way. If Donald Glover shows up in any type of scene in Avengers, I'm going to be very suspicious.
I just want to see Johnny Depp as an elephant flying across the Avengers screen. Hey, man. That's right, guys. I was listening. I loved your pitch for the Dumbo movie. Fantastic. Tim Burton needs to call you.
No, man. They got to get a real elephant, and they got to hook that thing up to a crane and let it and swing it around.
One more thing on the Russos. My thought: the best news out of the Russos directing the next Avengers movie is that Whedon is now free to do more original stuff, and that makes me happy. So, thumbs up. Dan, what do we got in the world of video games?
Okay, I got 3 stories. 1. Remember a couple weeks ago where we were all happy that they were going to make the Legend of Zelda Netflix series?
Yes.
That's not going to happen. Satoru Iwata came out and said that source was not credible. And they said that he kind of hinted that we might get some kind of video game, TV series. But apparently it's not going to be Zelda, and it's not going to be Netflix.
So let me get this straight. We're not getting a live-action Legend of Zelda movie or Legend of Zelda series, but we are getting that godforsaken Adam Sandler Pixels movie. The world's so unfair.
I'm actually excited to see that movie.
Oh my God! Have you seen the trailer for it, Max?
Yes, I want to see that movie.
Oh my God, it looks atrocious, Dan. I love being on the other side of one of these things with Max.
It does look atrocious.
Oh wow! That's like the first Adam Sandler movie in the longest time that I actually want to see. That's crazy.
This is the first time Max has really liked something, and we're all like, "Dude, it sucks."
Max really wanted to see Zelda riding his horse and cutting things.
Yeah, I just got done. I just watching the Masters at Arms or whatever. They make the Hyrule Shield and the Master Sword, and I was like, yeah, Zelda show. And then Dan has to come in here and ruin everything.
Sorry, buddy. But Mr. Iwata then said that the new console is going to be awesome, even though you haven't seen anything about it yet. Yay.
A new Nintendo console, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
is that coming out like 2027?
it's a prototype that they're announcing to get their stockholders to pay more money. That's pretty much what that is.
Yeah, and it's still not going to come out in 5 years.
No, probably not. Hey, it's news, buddy. Secondly, today, Bloodborne came out for the PS4. It looks pretty awesome. It's made by From Software. It's basically the sequel to Dark Souls, except it's in a Victorian kind of city, and you get guns powered by blood. It's taken critics by storm. It's gotten pretty much high 80s, low 90s everywhere. It looks pretty awesome. Check it out.
So is this like a diabetes test amount of blood, or like
No.
or do you have to be, or is like everyone who wants to fire a gun like a cutter?
Have you ever played Dark Souls, Max?
I've never actually played it. I have seen it played, and it seemed like one of those games where you're beating your head up against the wall.
Yes. This one seems slightly nicer, but it has guns.
Yeah, but again, like, is it a diabetes test amount of blood? Like, do you gotta prick the finger, or do you have to, like, get in there good and deep? Now, you want to go across, not down, because you want to live.
You lose health every time you try to reload. So it's somewhere in between there. You're not actually gushing out on the paved stones. But it's not a little prick either. I mean, you got to get the whole bullet in there and like move it around a bit.
Basically, it's you with a gun and a dialysis machine wandering around the free world. So.
Thirdly, you got Mario Party 10, which apparently nobody likes, but I will still buy.
I got it coming from Gamefly.
Yeah, see, there you go. They kept the stupid car thing from Mario Party 9, so all the characters ride around the map on a car instead of rolling the dice individually. But you get to play Bowser and beat the crap out of everybody else. And that is your game news.
I forgot one story that we didn't talk about, but it's being reported on a lot of reputable sources. It is that J.J. Abrams is going to return for Star Wars Episode 9, that he's taking a break with 8 because they want to get it in production without it being sped up, which is why Ryan Wilson is doing 8, or Ryan Johnson, sorry. And then J.J. will return for 9, and then it's being speculated that Johnson will do the one after that. They're going to do it every other deal. So that, in my opinion, is the best way to keep something fresh instead of J.J. doing them all. At least there's some checks and balances between the franchise. So, Max, you're our Star Wars guy. How do you feel about J.J. returning?
Yeah, awesome. I'm already really happy with the 2 Star Wars movies that he's made already, Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness. So, I mean, more Star Wars movies is never a bad thing. I love J.J. Abrams does a great job with these movies. I'm sure that this Episode 7 coming out is going to be good. I'm fully behind that, and we'll see how it goes. I do like that they're changing it up. That's in the tradition of Star Wars, so that's great stuff. Hopefully this other guy can hack it.
Just remember that this is a rumor, but I never believed for a second that JJ would only do one. Like Disney only locked him in for one movie. I never believed that at all.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't come back, at least we'll have Episode 7. If he does come back, then awesome. I'm fully behind it, and yeah, I like J.J. Abrams. I like the work that he's done. So, we'll see how it goes. But if he's coming back, I'm happy.
Mike?
Max summed it up perfectly in 5 words. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I mean, cool if he wants to come back and everything like that. I mean, we don't know yet. We don't know if he's midi-chlorianed up for Episode 7 or not. So we'll see how 7 goes. We'll see if we want an 8 and a 9.
Oh my God! You just midi-chlorian just reminded me of something. So a guy wrote a book, How Star Wars Conquered the Universe. Like, he interviewed a bunch of people, and apparently the original plan for the prequels was that the Emperor was Anakin's father, that he had manipulated the Force to impregnate his mom, and that's how Anakin came to be. Like that was what Lucas was going with, and it's hinted at in the movies.
Yeah,
slightly.
I thought that was what the underlying tones were.
But they were going to come right out with it in the original movie.
Well, they really should.
Something else. Apparently, Natalie Portman had a really loud screaming match with Keira Knightley on set of Episode 2, which is why she's hardly in 3. They cut her entire role back because apparently she was a bitch on set.
Who cares? Who cares about that? The prequels sucked. The entirety of the prequels sucked. So
I
whoever had a fucking bitch fest with whoever doesn't matter because none of it resulted in a good movie. So all of them can fucking just, I don't know, jump off a cliff. All of them.
Dan?
If you go back to the original trilogy, the best one was the one that was directed by the Outsider guy. I don't know if that bodes anything towards these ones with Abrams or not, but that's my insight.
No, man, because with all due respect to George Lucas, because he created a nice universe, but he wishes he was the director that J.J. Abrams is. I'm sorry to say if that hurts anybody's feelings, but George Lucas is not a very good director. So the fact that J.J. is the one that's sandwiching these together makes me very happy.
If George Lucas compares himself directing to J.J. Abrams in his dreams, he better wake up and apologize to J.J. Abrams, is all I'm saying.
Tam, you got any thoughts on Star Wars? Have you heard any of this stuff?
I kind of like George Lucas stuff, man. I enjoyed the prequels. It's not terrible. It's enjoyable. It's good, even.
What the fuck do you mean it's not terrible?
Dude.
What fucking movies did you watch? Are you serious, Tam? What is wrong with you?
If you can't
go watch Captain America 2.
That's all right.
Those movies.
You're getting them.
Those movies. Look, have you ever tried to sit through those movies recently? We just had to go through that dumb crap.
Dude, Jar Jar Binks was the only thing that was like.
Tam, I'm gonna drive over there and kick your ass. I swear to God.
Hold on. Let him finish the sentence first, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you can just ignore Jar Jar Binks. Everything else horrible. It's good. The graphics, great. Way better than the original.
It was made 30 years later. Of course it's going to be better. The shit on TV was better.
Right, Max, you got to have for us in comic books.
I'm sorry. My mind is blown right now. That is ridiculous.
Max does not represent the views and opinions of everyone at Geek.
Okay, no, seriously, we all watched those movies. We did the Geek News. You find me one person who had anything nice to say about any of the prequels. But that is bullcrap.
I'll say something nice. The last half hour of Episode 3 was not too bad. I enjoyed the last half hour of Episode 3.
I just lost so much respect for you.
I would say the same thing.
Yeah. On the podcast.
You lose, Max. 2-1.
Well, back to this Pixels trailer. We all watched the Pixels trailer, and apparently,
I'm really surprised you guys are more down for that movie. Like, it looked. It's stupid, but I don't know. It looked like.
It's got the creator of Pac-Man walking up the Pac. Oh my God, that's just like Adam.
And he gets his arm bitten off by Pac-Man. I mean, yeah. I'm not saying the movie is intelligent. It's an Adam Sandler movie, so I mean, you know, it's not going to be intelligent. But I don't know. I dig it.
And there we go with the prequels. They're not the most intelligent movies, but
like them.
Or good. There's no good writing. There's no good anything. Or I mean, okay. There's like the special effects. Again, George Lucas is a special effects guy, so you expect the special effects to be excellent. And there's plenty of scenes of ships taking off and landing, and random fucking beasts walking by. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's great. It's super duper.
Comic book news?
Comic book.
It was like 10 minutes ago, JT.
Hold on. I do have to say that this is fun. Max
it's like poking a bear.
Max is always the guy who hates everything, and then for the fact that
I don't hate everything.
Really like this Pixels trailer, and then we're like, that is fantastic. I love it.
I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised that you guys aren't on board for this Pixels movie. Like it looks, it's not intelligent. No. But I don't
If
know.
they get-
It looks like fun. It looks like fun to me.
I was on board until I saw the trailer. I'm sorry.
I mean, the basic idea was okay, and then I saw the trailer.
I don't know. I like it. Anyway, comic book news. It's not really comic book news, but it's comic book related. Batman, the Arkham Knight, the video game, has been pushed back again. This time, not so far. It's just been pushed back from the 2nd, I believe, to the 23rd of June, 2015. So we're going to have to wait till the end of the month instead of getting to the beginning of the month. That kind of sucks, but they've got enough gameplay trailers and actual trailers for you to watch just to tide you over and hold you off until we get there. I'm a little bummed, but this also gives me more time to not spend $500 on an Xbox One. Because really, I'm only going to buy the Xbox One when Batman comes out. So, yeah, good on them for pushing it back because I really don't want to spend the money.
Max, have you checked out the prequel comic yet at all?
The Arkham Knight prequel comic?
Arkham Knight prequel, yeah.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I didn't know that existed. I will check that out thoh.
Special
And
appearance
also,
by, special appearance by Fish Mooney.
You try to start the Gotham conversation again.
I'm not biting on that. I'm not gonna bite because you know that Fish Mooney sucks. We all know that Fish Mooney sucks.
What?
We're not getting into it. Everyone's freaking out because spoilers. Donatello gets the shit kicked out of him in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book, and I'm waiting to see if they actually killed him or if they if they're just getting people to buy the next one. And I just when I heard that Donatello got killed is when I started reading this comic book. So I'm catching myself up to it right now. But it's really good. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book is really, really good, and I suggest it for everyone. I was very speculative and I didn't have a lot of faith in it because Ninja Turtles has been kind of for kids ever since the cartoon came out, and not very good. So we're just gonna let it go. But the original writers are back, and it's not been that bad. So I definitely suggest picking it up. I know Mike definitely hit up this topic on his Facebook, right? You hit it up on your Facebook?
Yeah, I've been following the IDW series since the beginning, and I definitely recommend it. It's funny you mentioned like how the Turtles have been kind of for kids and stuff. It takes a lot of those kid ideas, like the Neutrinos, Krang, Mondo Gecko. It takes a lot of those kind of kiddier ideas and really gritties them up, darkens them up a little bit. Like what they did with kind of the Rat King is kind of spooky actually, and so forth in the series. And yeah, I like the approach they're kind of handling with the Turtles this time around. There's aspects of reincarnation involved in it, like spirituality in a way, kind of involved in the storytelling. And I don't know. I personally don't think Donatello's dead. Like they purposely left it wide open. No one flat out says he's dead in that issue. Like they're just like, is he? Is he? So there's like definitely some melodrama and cliffhanger, and he might be out of commission for a couple of issues or so. But I think they're planning on wrapping up the run pretty soon, so we'll probably be back at some point.
I think if they were gonna kill anybody, they wouldn't kill Donatello just because he's so useful. Michelangelo is definitely the one to go.
Well, that's the thing is like Donatello's so useful, they kill him off or get him out of the way. It makes things harder for the team. So
yeah. But no, dude. Like half of the accoutrement of the Ninja Turtles comes from Donatello, and
when did you get so cultured on this?
There's just no. Hey man, hey, I know big words, and I know French words apparently, but no, if they get rid of Donatello, there's no way that can work because they're outfitted by Donatello. Yeah, there's no way that can work. They're gonna have to go to like Casey Jones to get to get their gear now. It's like, all right, you get a cricket bat and you get a hockey stick, and here we go. But no, what?
Donatello's getting better.
Well, no, I'm saying Donatello is extremely. He's like crucial to the team. Like you need Leonardo because he's the leader. You need Raphael because he's the renegade, and you need Donatello because he does everything. Like, yeah. Michelangelo is the only one you can get rid of without screwing up the whole team dynamic.
Dude, he's
and
but Michelangelo has the what do you call it? The joie de vivre of the team.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, yeah, Michelangelo's the heart and soul. You know, it'd be like when the Flash died, or when the Flash when the Flash died, when Barry Allen dies, he was like the heart of the Justice League and yada yada. So it'd be much like that, but you can kill Michelangelo, and the team won't exactly suffer. No, I definitely recommend reading the original Ninja Turtles comic books. I really want to tell people. I really encourage people to read the original comic books because it's not what they made in the cartoon. I mean, you got the Ninja Turtle like Leonardo and Raphael. Those dudes have swords and daggers. Okay, like those are meant for killing people. And they kill Foot Ninja all the time. So it's not what the TV series made it out to be and the movies made it out to be. I really recommend that because here we go. Mike's got all that good stuff up there.
Get your ultimate collections. They're out there now, and they're probably going for cheaper now too. They were originally like $60. Now they're like probably at that.
So yeah, read the Ninja Turtles, read the new stuff, read the extremely old stuff, everything in between. You can, That's all I got.
Fantastic. For all your video game needs, if you're local in Columbus, Ohio, check out Schrock Road and Hard Road VGMX. They've got a nice selection of all the way back from Atari up to the Xbox One. Check them out online at VGMX.com. Also, if you're local...
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
I went to GoGameIsland.com, and I had a very, very pleasant experience.
Awesome, and I was just getting to that. If you're local, go to the Fashion Mall, check out Game Island, and then if you're not, check out GoGameIsland.com. They have, again, accessories from the Atari all the way up, and some cool plush dolls, some Firefly board games, Monopolies. Totally check it out. It's a good time. And check out Mike on youtube.com/Mike McGTV. Like I said, he's got a nice McChats where they discuss Young Justice with him and Max, and then he put me in as the voice of Leonardo on Let Me Get This Straight, The Death of Donatello. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, Mike, for the collaborations.
Always fun with you guys.
Tomorrow, Animaniacs will be live at 8, and then Thursday is Sports Nerds at 7:15. And sometime this weekend, we'll be reviewing The Omen. Thank you for tuning in.
Did I say 7:15?
Geek News. Good night.
Good night.